Alright, all you need to fold this Origami Platypus is a square sheet of paper. And I'm first going to show you how to fold the base. It looks kind of like this. Let's begin by dividing paper into thirds. So what you want to do is bend the paper into a shape, and then you want to fiddle with it until these are thirds. And I'm going to skip to when I have it. Alright, so here I got the solid pinches. So let's pinch these, and then let's fold. Turn over it and fold. And if you did it right, then this edge should align with this edge. And it's okay if it's not that perfect. Now let's divide the paper into 6. But before we do that, we can actually get these down. So, let's fold diagonally in half. But don't fold all the way. Just fold to this corner. Here. Same thing here. And then let's fold up on these intersections. Like that. Turn over. Let's go do it here. Alright, now we can divide the paper into 6. So, let's fold this bottom edge to here. Rotate and do the same. Unfold, unfold, and then let's fold in half. Like that. Alright, now let's do it on here. So let's turn over this time. And then fold up. On both sides. Like that. And then fold in half. And unfold. Alright, now you want to make a couple folds. So, if we look into here, we realize we have this fold and this corner fold. And then we're going to pleat it in this way. So let's do that. So let's fold this over. And then crease to here. Same thing here. Just like that. And then now, let's fold everything like this. And then turn over. Like that. And then like this. Alright. Now let's split this. And then fold this edge up to here. Unfold, and fold this section up to the crease. And do the same thing here. And let's unfold these. And then, now let's flatten the paper out completely. And fold this edge to here. And right there. And then bring up to the next crease. Like that. And then now let's refold these. And then fold all the layers to the center. Just like that. And then now you realize we're going to have to do this part. So it'd be really nice for us to have it pre-creased. So we already have this one. So that's nice. And then now we just need the one. Go right here. So it's diagonally fold in half. After 4 here. And then crease here. Same thing on this side. And let's start collapsing. Alright, so let's make these mountains. And then pinch here. And then keep this one. And then flatten it down. And over here, you want to pinch on this corner. Like that. And then let's flatten that for now. And do the same thing here. Now let's do it. A different one here. So let's push here and push here. And then here we're going to have to make the eye part. So let's poke like this. In here, let's poke. And then poke on the bottoms here. And then fold this part alongside. and then poke here, and collapse. Just like that. And now let's do this side. You just poke in these parts. And now let's flatten it here. Alright. Now here we have the eyes, the bill, tail, front arms, back legs. Alright, now let's begin the shaping. So first for the back legs, let's fold this corner down. And do the same thing here. Let's unfold, and then inside reverse fold. Like that. Now for the front, let's fold only one of them over. Crease well. This side. Unfold these. And then inside reverse them. Alright. Now let's fold one of the layers to this edge. And then let's spread squash this pocket. Like that. And turn it over to do the same thing. Alright, so you fold one of the layers to this edge. And then spread squash the pocket. Like that. And here we have formed the beak. Or the bill. Let's fold these arms back up. And now, we're going to have to form the feet. So what we can do is make a tiny inside reverse fold. Right here. Same thing here. Just like that. And now for these parts, let's do what we did similar to the bill. Let's fold one of the layers down to the edge. And then spread squash. Spread squash. Similar to here. Now, to form our basic structure, let's fold the arm down on this point into the angle you want. And then now let's pull the layers outwards, like that, and then flatten. Now this side the same. And let's start over. And then now here, let's fold the entire thing in like that. Same thing here. Let's fold it in half, swiveling this layer like that. Now, same thing for the back legs. Fold these up, and then fold in the midpoint down into the angle you want. And then same thing on this one. Like that. And then just like the back, let's fold it in half and swivel the layer. Same thing here. Fold it in half, swivel the layer. Alright, now we're finished with the bottom. I'm going to start working up here. So now we're going to form the eyes. So let's fold this up, this edge up to this crease. And then turn over. Let's fold these in and squash this pocket. And fold the bill down and then round it. Just like that. And you can make the sizes smaller or larger. I think mine can be a little smaller, so I can fold mine in a little more. A good part would be these two creases. Alright, now let's shape the body. So we can fold these edges in just simply by bending them. And then for the tail, we're going to have to make a zigzag fold. So on my model, I started on the midway between these. So I'm first going to fold this up and then fold it back like that. Now let's form the tail. By folding these in. And then continue rounding the body. And you round it like that. Alright, so for the feet, all we're doing is swiveling layers. So let's start on the front by separating some of these layers. And let's fold the first one down. Like this. And then let's bend these over. And then fold the next one down. Like that. And then swivel this up. And then bend the topmost down. And then you can add a little bend here. Let's repeat here. A pin might be useful. Like that. And same for the back. And then all you have to do is to shape the eyes. This is the easy part. All you have to do is open up this pocket. I'm going to use a pen. And here you have it. I hope you are able to make it, and see you next time.